Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, Professor Agus and my fellow classmates. First of all, let me introduce myself first. My name is Arumdita Dian Kusumawati, student from Master's Program in Logistic Management, class 12B from University Logistic and Business International, or as we know as ULBI. Today, I'm honored to deliver this presentation as part of the final assessment for the supply chain management course under the instruction of Professor Agus. The topic I will be presenting is titled Global Supply Chain Trend and Future. And this topic was chosen to reflect the major changes and strategic challenges that are currently shaping global supply chain in the post-pandemic and digital era. Throughout this presentation, I will explain how supply chains have evolved from traditional cost-driven models into integrated technology-enabled and sustainability-oriented system. And we will explore key trends including digital transformation, uh, regionalization, green logistics, circular economy, and emerging technologies such as blockchain and 3D printing. And my objective is to provide not only theoretical overview, but also practical insight into the future direction of global supply chain strategy and leadership. And without further delay, let us begin the presentation. This is table of contents. In my presentation, we have 7 topics. Uh, so let's start with the first topic is supply chain evolution. So from uh, cost center to value creator. In this first slide, we explore how supply chains have undergone a significant evolution over the past few decades. Historically, the role of supply chains management was seen primarily through cost lens. Company focus on minimizing expenses through efficiency and cost-cutting measures. So, for example, firms aim to reduce what we call that warehousing costs, minimize inventory holding, and streamline logistic. However, the global business environment has changed dramatically. So today, supply chains are no longer seen as cost centers. They are viewed as a strategic assets that can create competitive advantages. Why? Because well-optimized supply chains can enable faster delivery, improve customers' satisfaction, and support innovation in product design and delivery. So the key drivers of this transformation include globalization, uh, which has expanded market reach but added uh, complexity, and digitalization, introducing tools like automation, analytics, and cloud platforms that enable real-time coordination, and sustainability, which has emerged as a priority due to environmental and social concerns. So these trends have forced companies to rethink how their supply chains can contribute to overall business strategy, from being reactive and operationally focused, switch into modern supply chains are now proactive, data-driven, and strategically integrated into every part of the organization. In the next slide, we will uh, globalization versus regionalization. So this slide illustrates the tension and transition between globalization and regionalization. Over the last 30 years, globalization became the dominant model. Business sought low-cost labor and raw materials by outsourcing production to countries such as China, Vietnam, Mexico. The rationale was straightforward: manufacture goods cheaply overseas and ship them globally. However, this model introduced several risks, such as long lead times, exposure to currency and political risks, and then over dependence on certain regions or suppliers. Also, the COVID-19 pandemic amplified these vulnerabilities. Lockdowns, export bans, and port closures disrupted production and shipping worldwide. Similarly, rising geopolitical tensions such as US, China, trade wars, and Brexit created uncertainty and increased traffic. In response, companies have begun to pivot toward regionalization. Uh, and then in uh, what we call nearshoring, moving production closer to the end of market. Example like US firm investing in Mexico or Canada, reshoring, bringing production back to the country. This shift supports local economies, improves control over quality and delivery, and reduces exposure to global disruption. The future may involve a hybrid model where companies balance global scale with regional uh, responsiveness. So in the next slide or third topics, we have digital supply chains. This slide show how digital transformation is reshaping supply chains into smarter, more responsive systems, like IoT or Internet of Things devices such as GPS tracker, temperature sensor, and RFID tags now provide a real-time visibility into movement and condition of goods. This enables predictive maintain immediate alerts when deviation occur and accurate taking of shipment. Also, artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning algorithms are used to forecast demand with much higher accuracy than the traditional methods we know before. They also help detect anomalies in order optimize uh, delivery routes, and automate warehouse operation. And big data analytics involves collecting and analyzing massive amounts of information from suppliers' performance to customer behavior to make data-driven decision. Supporting tools include digital twins, virtual models that simulate supply chain process for testing changes and predicting failures. And then also we have ERP, TMS, WMS integration. These platforms ensure seamless data sharings and coordination uh, across procurement, manufacturing, logistics, and sales. And then control towers, decentralized system that provide end-to-end visibility, real-time alerts, and performance dashboard. The result is a supply chain that is only faster and more reliable, but also capable of adapting to change instantly. And we move to the next slide. We have uh, release resilience and risk management. So this slide outline how companies are making supply chains more resilient and prepared for disruption. Disruption can come from various sources like pandemics, cyber attacks, politics instability, natural disasters, and the impact can range from shipment delays to complete shutdown of production. So to address this, we need inventory buffers. Firms are maintaining additional inventory of safety stock to avoid stockouts during unexpected surge or supplies delays, and supplier diversification instead of relying on a single supplier or region. Business are spreading sourcing across multiple vendors and geographies. Agile response strategies. This include flexible manufacturing contracts, dual sourcing models, and dynamic transportation planning. So next, real-time technology support risk uh, management. Early warning system detect uh, potential risk by monitoring news, weather, and market signals, and real-time visibility allows companies to track goods inventory levels and potential issues as they happen. And scenario planning helps simulate events like port closures, political unrest, or demand shocks, allowing managers to create contingency plans in advance. Together, there are these capabilities built supply chain can withstand and quickly recover from shock, uh, preserving customer service and profitability. So in next slide, we have topic sustainability and circularity. In this slide, we focus on sustainability and circular supply chains, areas that are gaining priority due to environmental regulatory and consumer pressures. We have green supply practices, or green logistic means reducing the environmental impact of transportation and warehousing. So companies are optimizing delivery routes using AI and GPS tools, using electric vehicle or fuel efficient fleets, minimizing packaging and transitioning to biodegradable materials, and also carbon footprint reduction. It involves measuring and cutting emission at every supply chain stage. Some companies now use carbon accounting software to access emission from suppliers, production facilities, and transport system. So in this second subtopic, we have circular economy practices, emphasize resource efficiency, reuse. This reuse, returning used items into circulation without major processing, recycling, breaking down products into raw materials for reuse, and remanufacturing, restoring use into restoring used products to like a new state. And regulations such as European Green Deal and the US SEC's ESG disclosure are pushing companies to adopt ESG compliant practices. Beyond compliance, many consumers now actively choose brands with strong sustainability credential. In short, sustainability supply chains can help reduce waste, save costs in the long term, and build repus- uh, reput- reputational capital. As in next slide, we have topic emerging technology. So here we explore how disruptive technology like blockchain and 3D printing are changes supply chain models. In blockchains, in for subtopic, blockchains is decentralized digital ledger that uh, allows transparent, secure tracking of goods and transaction. So every step from manufacturing to final delivery is recorded in tamper-proof blocks. Uh, it ensures traceability, help fight counterfeit goods, and enable smart contracts that automatically. This is special important in sector like uh, pharma, pharmaceutical, food safety, and luxury goods where authentic is critical. And in second subtopic, 3D printing benefit or additive manufacturing introduce new efficiency instead of central mass production. Firms can print item close to customers, spare parts, customized product, or volume items can be made on demand. This reduces the need for warehousing and long distance shipping. This technology empower the decentralized, flexible, and linear supply chains, growing need in increasingly volatile global market. And in the next slide, we have strategic leadership outlook. The final slide or the strategic leadership outlook addresses leadership priorities for supply chain of the future. To succeed, supply chain strategy must align with the organization's broader goals, such customers certification to innovation and market responsiveness. This require balancing efficiency with resilience and sustainability. Leader must foster stakeholder engagement, working closely with suppliers, partners, logistic providers, and also regulator. Promote a culture of innovation, testing new tools, processes, and digital models, and also build agility to operation, enabling teams to adapt quickly to market changes. And moreover, talent development is crucial. Supply chain roles are evolving, requiring digital fluency, data literacy, and decision making under uncertainty. So companies must invest in uh, recycling and reskilling and up upscaling employees, cross-functional collaboration and human machine collaboration, where AI tools augment but don't replace human judgment. And also leadership is no longer just about managing flow, it's about navigating uncertainty, building trust, and driving transformation. That concludes my presentation on global supply chain trends and future. Throughout this session, I have attempted to present key development and future direction in global supply chain management as part of the final assessment for this course. While I have done my best to prepare and deliver the material accurately and thoughtfully, I fully acknowledge that there may be still be areas for improvement in both content and how to delivery. And for any shortcomings or mistake during this presentation, I sincerely apologize. I would like to take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to Professor Agus for the guidance, insight, and dedication throughout this semester. It has been an enriching learning journey, and I'm truly thankful for the knowledge and values shared with us in this course. I also humbly hope that the effort I have put into this presentation and the learning process throughout the semester uh, may be considered positively in the final evaluation, and that I may be granted the best and most meaningful grade as a reflection on my hard work commitment. Once again, thank you very much for your time and your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.